We are live.
We are live now.
We should be live.
Do we know? Hello, everybody. We're live now.
We should be live.
We're live, Clint. Take it away.
Do we know? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to our first annual Athletics Showcase here at Agora High School. We are absolutely pleased that you've taken the time out of your day to come and view what we have to offer and take a moment to meet our coaches and see all of what Agora High School has to offer in the athletic realm. My name is Clint Cummings. I am the athletic director at Agora High School. And with me is, I'll let Mr. Lepisto introduce himself.
I'm Garrett Lepisto, assistant principal. I oversee the athletic department. We also have Kristen Dizon, our athletic trainer, and all of our coaches will be in attendance this evening, and they will be introducing themselves to you later on in the show as we go into some breakout rooms. Thank you all for being here. You can go to the next slide, Mrs. Dizon. All right, so the game plan for this evening, we're going to have a quick general session giving you some basic information about our athletic department. And then we're going to have a few sessions for you to be able to jump into breakout rooms in the sports that you're interested in to meet our coaches. They'll give you a quick overview of their program. And as you see, we have 3 sessions in case we do have some multi-sport athletes, or you may be interested in learning about multiple programs. At Agora High School, this is our mission. To sum it up, we want our student athletes to have a fantastic experience in our program. We want our parents to be extremely supportive, and we want our student athletes to learn lessons along the way. I'm a former student athlete from Agora High School. I was a multi-sport athlete and had a fantastic experience, and that's why I'm back.
We have 3 seasons of sport. Our fall season includes our cheer program, cross country, boys and girls, football, girls golf, girls tennis, girls volleyball, and boys water polo. As we move into our winter season, we have cheer, who continues to participate in competitions, basketball, boys and girls soccer, girls water polo, and wrestling. And then we finish off our spring season, a little bit busier than our first 2 seasons, continuing with cheer, who will be participating in stunt routine, baseball, boys golf, lacrosse, softball, boys and girls swimming, track and field, boys tennis, boys volleyball, and sand volleyball, which is now going to be a CIF sanctioned sport. We're very excited to be offering that here at Agora High School.
If you could go back to that slide. Thank you. We do encourage multi-sport student athletes at Agora, and our coaches are supportive of that and do work together to make sure that that can happen. Also, in terms of PE credit, for all of our sports, for 9th and 10th graders, if you do participate in a sport, you can receive your PE credit. 2 years of PE credit is required for high school graduation. We have different formats in terms of how the credit can be earned. Some of our sports will be offered during a 5th period, some during a 6th period, and some during 7th period. And as we get closer to course selection for our 8th graders, we'll make sure that you have that information as to which sport and when they're offered. Another thing that's important to note, the 3 seasons of sport is under the traditional year. This school year was much different for everybody, obviously athletics included. There's only 2 seasons of sport this year. As you may or may know, athletics are really set to return. Our outdoor sports are really, we began competition yesterday. We had a cross country race at home. We have a water polo scrimmage on Saturday. We're going to have football games, soccer games. So all of our outdoor sports are set to compete this school year. For next school year, we're hoping we're back to the norm, which would be the 3 seasons of sport. And that's what you see here on this slide.
We would love for you guys to have an opportunity to stay in touch with us and to see what is happening as we move forward, rolling into the remainder of this year, as well as the fall. We have our website, which is agoraathletics.org. You can find all the information needed for any future athletes interested in the different sports that we offer. There is also a link that we would like to share with you in that. We will hopefully open that up and have time before you head into the sessions with the different coaches. But it's an interest form. So any athlete that would like to put their name down and an email and a phone number can give us their information, which we will then share with our coaches. And after May 1st, they will be able to reach out and contact you. There's also all of the forms that we have for our athletes that they need to go through a clearance process in order to be eligible to play in the different sports that we offer on campus, the calendar, and then of course our staff directory.
In terms of being cleared to be able to participate in athletics at Agora High School, you need to make sure that you meet the eligibility requirements, the CIF requirements. You've completed the online registration. We'll send more information out in May in terms of that process. You maintain a 2.0 GPA during our 10-week and 20-week grading periods. You are a student athlete, so you are a student first. We encourage our student athletes to shoot for a higher GPA, but the 2.0 is the requirement. You can't have below a 2.0 GPA. And then on game days, you have to attend at least 2 periods of class. We want you to be at school to be able to compete. As Mr. Cummings mentioned, agoraathletics.org is our main hub. You're going to be visiting there later this evening in order to access the Zoom meeting for the breakout rooms. We'll talk about that in a minute. You can follow us on Twitter at AHS_Chargers. We typically provide live updates with all of our sports from that account. If you don't have a Twitter account, that's okay. You can go to agoraathletics.org and Twitter is embedded there for those announcements. Mrs. Dizon, take it away.
Hi, I am Mrs. Dizon. I am a certified athletic trainer. I work with all of our sports. So if you don't know what an athletic trainer is, I'm going to help you from everything if you try to prevent injuries. And then also if you do get injured, I will be there to help you and walk you through the process of what are we going to do? Are we going to do rehabilitation, get you back on the field? We also do baseline testing for our contact sports. And we are here if you need anything. I will be the one that will help a lot with your clearances at the beginning of the year and physicals. So once we have information on that, it'll be on the website and we will talk more.
Obviously, safety is extremely important. My opinion may be biased, but I think Mrs. Dizon is the best in the business in terms of keeping our athletes safe. And if they do sustain an injury, rehabbing them to return safely to competition. Thank you, Kristen. And it's never too early to start looking into NCAA resources. Yes, you're in 8th grade or your student athlete is in 8th grade, but as they come into high school, we do want to make sure that they understand, at least, and you as parents have an understanding of the NCAA requirements as a future athlete. That may not be your goal as a freshman, but that could change over time. So the main thing for us is that parents and athletes understand what those requirements are in terms of eligibility to compete at the college level, so that when you graduate from Agora, you do have that option. All right, and so next up, it's just about 5:45. We are going to now give you an opportunity to come into some breakout rooms and meet our coaches. So what I want you to do is visit agoraathletics.org. You can do that now, but visit agoraathletics.org. You're going to click on the announcement section. and then click on the first announcement. Mrs. Dizon, are you able to share your screen and show that process?
Yes, I can. Give me 1 second.
Thank you. Hey, coaches.
All right, we are going here. We are going to stop presenting. I'm gonna go to agoraathletics.org. And I am going right here to the right under announcements. I'm gonna click Athletics Showcase.
And if
And
you,
then
yeah, go ahead, Mrs. Dizon.
if you scroll down, you're going to see this Zoom link right here. If it asks you for a password, it is charge on with a capital C. Once you get into the Zoom, we will let you all in. You should be able to choose a breakout room. They are named by the sport, and you can choose where you want to go. If you don't see that option, just write in the chat and I'll put you in the room, not a problem. About every 10 to 12 minutes in, we'll say there's a 3 to 5 minute warning. And then you guys can switch breakout rooms, and we'll say this session's ended, go to your second session, and then go to your third session.
And also within that announcement that you're clicking on to access the Zoom link, there's also an interest form, an incoming freshman student athlete interest form. If you click on that link, we want all of our incoming freshmen to be able to complete that interest form. We're going to gather some information and be able to share it with the coaches. So you receive important announcements about summer camps, tryouts, clearance information for the athletic department to have. So make sure you complete that as well. I think Mrs. Dizon is going to end our live stream, I believe, and then we'll be jumping into